What is behind the scenes action?
We are like 100 and something feet underground, looking at an almost 200 million year old waterfall.
Look at this. Crazy. What is behind the scenes action? It has been so cool just walking in here and learning a little bit about the history of like, hey, what is a cavern? Because I didn't know what it was. Apparently caverns are more closed in than caves, which you won't find bats and things like that in a cavern versus a cave. And then also, who thought it was such a good idea to come under here anyway, and how they knew that it was. Wow, so we're in it now. That's right. So already walking through the caverns, you can see all like the stalactites. It's even damp, apparently because we're closer to the surface. You do get more of the effects of like the running water down the caves. So she was telling me this guy was above ground, felt a tiny hole that was pushing cold air, and he's like, this is a great idea. I'm gonna go down here, throw a rope, grab a candle. There's some caves, gotta go see them. What is this? I'm confused. No, there's no way that's reflection?
That is. Yep. This is called Dream Lake. Dream Lake is the largest body of water in the caverns. It covers over 2,000 square feet of surface area, and you can see in most areas it looks really deep. That's just a perfect mirror reflection of the ceiling above it. At the deepest point, Dream Lake is only about 18 to 20 inches deep. Most areas are less than a foot.
Wow, my brain is tripping right now, honestly.
It's really cool. And all these colors that you're seeing as well, these are all totally natural, except for green. This is actually all moss and algae that's growing because of the lights. So without the lights, that can't grow in the caverns. It would be completely gone. You can see they're very active. They're wet, so they're still growing. Water is still carrying minerals onto them, adding to their growth. So if you take a look through here, you can see where the rock was drilled into, and it actually exposes all these layers of sedimentary stone.
So how old are the caverns? Like, how old is the rock down here?
Scientists estimate that the caverns probably first began forming somewhere between 400 and 450 million years ago. The main body is actually kind of the center of the cavern system. It's actually completely dormant and inactive. If you take a look around, you'll notice it's completely dry.
Right.
There's no water here. It's underneath the crest of Cave Hill, just up above us.
Okay.
And the crest is so steep and thick that any water that comes up there, actually, it's like a natural umbrella. So the water comes down the sides of the hill, never actually makes it down below the crest, which is this area.
Right.
So everything you're seeing here is done growing, at least for now, and has been for a very long time. But the main body is also home to some of the largest and oldest formations in our cavern system.
Wow.
We are like 100 and something feet underground.
Something that I wish I would have been just 5% more prepared for. It is actually really cold when you're going through the caverns. So if you are gonna come and visit, make sure that you do bring like a light jacket or wear a long sleeve.
So if you're cold natured, we always recommend like a light jacket, things like that. The whole cavern is 64 acres, and these formations that are used in the stalactite organ are actually go as far back as Dream Lake and as far ahead as a couple more stops. So they're all throughout the tour round.
Wowza. Guys, main attraction up ahead, that is crystal clear turquoise water. Wow.
This has been a Cincinnati production. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, links are in the description.